Hey, it's Alex Radcliffe from BoardGameCo, and today I'm doing another unboxing slash rambling slash, just basically one of those ongoing conversations that I like to have here and there, and I haven't done one of these in a while, and today I'm doing Townsfolk Tussle as the unboxing part of this conversation, and this is absolutely adorable. This game looks excellent. I mean, look at the art on this thing, and look at the fact that it's the sneak peek edition, and yeah, I mean, I haven't been doing YouTube all that long. I haven't been doing publisher relationships that long. I've been doing YouTube since, I guess, December 2019. And publisher relationships in terms of nothing paid yet. If I do anything paid, I'll let you know, of course. But I've only been working with publishers now for maybe 2 or 3 months in terms of getting reviews, prototypes, all that kind of stuff. And I mean, this looks adorable. This rule book. This not just the rule book. I already read the rules. I already finished the rules, and I'm all prepped to go, which is exciting because I want to play this game, but this prototype does not look like a prototype. This prototype looks straight up like a finished copy of the game. It just looks like a finished copy. I mean, look at this board. This is a premium board, deluxeified, everything. Look at the back of that board. That is some stellar black on that board. I mean, that's quality ink, right? I'm just messing around, but I mean, this is a straight up final copy board. This is a playable copy of the game. They give standees instead of meeples, which is, well, nice of them, I guess. I mean, I think it's more of a production issue, but past the fact that it's standees instead of meeples, this is a finished copy of the game that you can play this completely. You can keep this, and this will be, a nice standee version. I mean, like, this is. And look at the art. This is insane. I'm absolutely blown away by this prototype copy. It's basically final production, and the company putting this out, they're 3 people who don't have any other design cred under the belt, but design cred or not, I can tell you I am paying attention. The sheer, I don't know, the sheer theme oozing into this game, the quality of the rulebook, the quality of the production in this game, the quality of, and I should note, by the way, there is one, this is pre-unboxed to a degree, so I could remove one piece of art. They mentioned that they are redoing one piece of art, and they requested it to not be shown because they're redoing it, so I, of course, obliged that. But, like, look at this. Look at this standee over here. Does that not look adorable? Look at the art of, well, it's not double-sided. You see, there's my first and only disappointment. That is probably, well, I should say only, but I don't actually know. But my first disappointment, but that's only related to the fact that it's a standee version. This wouldn't be a factor in the actual miniatures, and this game will be on Kickstarter soon. I don't know exactly when, but it looks adorable. It absolutely looks adorable. It very much evokes that aspect of Cuphead, which if you've played Cuphead, I have actually not played Cuphead. I kind of want to now, honestly, but Cuphead is a digital, it's a computer game, basically. I don't know if it's not PC only, but it's a computer game that involves this kind of art, this kind of weird, cartoony, dark art situation going on. I mean, let's take one of these standees and put them in. And while we're here, the rambling aspect of this video focuses around a few things, which is, first of all, I'll note that we have reached 1 million views on this channel. Like, 1 million views. That is absolutely insane. And speaking of insane, by the way, look at this guy. He's so adorable. I absolutely love this. This is the sheer amount of character in this art is insane. The sheer amount of character on display is insanely impressive here. And so this art over here, or this game or whatever, I don't know, I'm losing my focus here. But yeah, the 1 million views thing. So 1 million views is basically, yeah, I mean, it's a milestone. It's an insane milestone to be hitting. And it baffles the mind that 1 million people have watched the videos I've put out. 1 million people. That is absolutely insane. And actually, truth is, by the way, strictly speaking, it's not actually 1 million people, it's 1 million views. Which means each of you are responsible for X number of those views, and thank you for each and every one of them because, well, it helps the channel grow, it helps the channel develop to the sub count, the growth, the ad revenue, the YouTube sharing it, all the algorithm stuff is, well, super important. And look at this board over here. Look at this. This is the roughen movement, the fight phase. They have both things on this board. This is used for both the town phase and for the fighting in the game. And the town phase involves basically buying, well, goods. You're going to have all these cards laid out on this board over here, and then that will, you'll actually be able to buy those cards, utilize them. This is very much a boss monster style of game in the vein of Kingdom Death Monster and all the like. And over here we have, let's try to make this not creak too loudly. Whoops, okay. Again, this is straight up final production quality over here. And look at this, we have Norman Fishboy, Granny Melba, Quintus Binch, Yancey Plover, Henlo Bulwark, and these are all the various townsfolk that you'll be using, that you'll be able to, You'll be able to use their various stats. They have health, movement, moxie, and accuracy. Moxie is the number of actions they have. Their accuracy determines how well they can, shoot or hit, or not necessarily shoot, but how well they can hit with any given weapon. The movement is going to be how far they move. The health is, well, obviously how much health they have. And then each townsfolk has 2 abilities, and then they have some stuff in the back as well for character or whatnot, and world building and all that. Absolutely adorable. These are the characters we have over here. And then over here, again, we're going to hopefully not, too much plasticky noises. And over here, we have the various villains you'll be fighting. And again, it's absolutely adorable, and each villain has different stats or changes depending. For instance, if it's a final fight, every villain will show up either at one of 4 different points in terms of the journey, and they will be upgraded depending on where they are in the journey. They'll be the chump, hooligan, troublemaker, or final fight, which will adjust their stats for, the actual game. Then they have health and movement that will vary depending on the player count you're playing with to compensate for that. Each one has a weakness that can be exploited. They have gear you can get when you attack them. This is a boss monster game in the style of Kingdom Death Monster. Although this is more of a one-shot adventure style, although technically a one-shot adventure is really 4 shots. You have 4 fights while you upgrade slowly in between each fight. It's basically a Kingdom Death Monster, but brought more accessible in terms of both the art style, although I don't know if you can call cartoony death and gore accessible, but, to each their own. But the actual gameplay is incredibly simple. I mean, to the point that I'm wondering or slightly worried that it might be too simple for me, but it does, and I should be clear, I'm not saying I'm worried it'll be too simple. I always have concerns with any game, and specifically skirmish games as a genre I tend to be a little wary of. Cooperative skirmish games I imagine I would appreciate more, but it can certainly be a factor. Let's look through some of this equipment over here. There's different kinds of gear you have in the game. You will have gear that is starting gear. You will have gear that is buyable at the marketplace. I think that's this stack over here. So let's just look through some of this stuff. We have stolen candy. Stolen candy. Consume, discard stolen candy. You may place yourself in any open square in the landscape. Oh my gosh, look at that. Rubber bat. Is it all the same? Oh, this is starting. This is the starting gear. Let's ignore the starting gear. Let's go to some of the stuff you can buy. So, for example, this novelty nose. Like, you're not going to see a novelty nose in Kingdom Death Monster, I'll tell you that much. But novelty nose costs 13 money, plus 1 accuracy. On critical hit, draw and keep the first consumable item from the pet. Oh, that's cool. This basically costs a lot of money, but you both increase your accuracy, and you can potentially get free items, which is hilarious. We have a sleep mask. Well, that's helpful. Sleep mask, what does that give us? That gives us, it's a headgear, costs 7 money, and it's going to be lose 1 accuracy, gain 1 mox, and 1 movement for the fight. Okay, that's situational. It's not great because you're covering your eyes and losing your accuracy, but you get extra moxie and movements. That's situationally good. We have, let's see what else we have. One of my favorite items, if I can find it. There was one particular item that I saw in the rule book. I'm just going to see if I can find it here. It may not be at a glance. Nope, not there. Let's see if we can find it. It might have been a boss gear. That's the problem, because any of the gear can theoretically be boss gear. But there was one particular item that looked so much fun. I really just want to get that one item, honestly. I don't see it. Nope, I don't see it. It was basically an extendable arm, which was hilarious. Football helmet, 13 plus 2 max HP. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff that you can equip in terms of the gear you have. Let's see what else we have over here. But yeah, so going back to channel stuff. So channel stuff, oh, also, by the way, there'll be a giveaway, which will not be in the title of this video, because to a certain extent, I've used giveaways in different ways, but first and foremost, giveaways are appreciation-based. They are also used, of course, to promote the channel, but I have never promoted a giveaway past the actual channel, and that's with great intent, because it's meant to drive, it's meant to keep people who are already here more invested. It's not meant to bring people who aren't here to the door. I'm not trying to get people, oh, here we go, here's the extendo pole. This is the one I was looking for. The extendo pole is cost 7, when equipped your other weapons have plus 5 range. If that's not cartoony, like what is? That is absolutely amazing. Then we have this gear is, I don't remember what this gear is. Maybe it's boss gear. There's loot. There's. I think this is boss gear that when you get for defeating bosses, and this is like loot you can get, additional loot. There's all kinds of different gear in this game. It's just, do you see how many stacks of cards? Look, this is the stacks of gear we have in this game. That is how much gear we have. That's a lot of gear. That's going to keep things mixed up. But going back to giveaways, giveaways are, and we have more by the way. Gear, actually I don't know if this is gear, something else. But giveaways. Giveaways are meant to keep people who are already interested in the content more invested. It's not meant to bring people in who aren't interested in the content. This giveaway is going to be more secret than most in the sense that's not going to be in the title at all. So you'd have to have not only watched this video, but made it to about, I don't know, 6-7 minutes into the video of me just rambling in order to really know that there's a giveaway here. I will figure out what the entry for this is because I really don't want to continue spamming comments. So I'll have to figure out, maybe I'll do some sort of form, I don't know. I'll put it in the description down below. So check out the description down below for how to be eligible for the giveaway and the terms and when it's going to be over and all that. But basically, this is a sponsored giveaway. So it's sponsored by Meeple Realty, who reached out to me. Apparently he watches the channel, which is great. And he offered a Jaws of the Lion box insert. So we're going to get a Meeple Realty Jaws of the Lion box insert, and to go along with that, I'm going to throw in another copy of Jaws of the Lion. So we have Jaws of the Lion plus a Meeple Realty box insert, and to be eligible for the giveaway, well, you know, just check out the description down below, because I haven't even decided what the rules for that are. But if you want to, you know, if you want Meeple Realty box insert Jaws of the Lion plus Jaws of the Lion itself, check out the description down below. Now again, this over here, oh yeah, these, at the beginning of every round, I believe, if I recall correctly, at the beginning of every round, you draw 3 of these, and so you're going to draw, let's say, First Blood. Be the first townsfolk to damage the Ruffin, and that's the boss, effectively. You'll get 1 point, and if you achieve this, +1, what's it called, +1 money, or +1 movement this fight. So you're going to draw 3 of these, which will all have different ways that they give you such an incentives for doing different things, which will not only mix up the game further, but also give you rewards, and I like both those things. I like variety, and I like rewards. All fun things. So that's over here. So we talked about, let's see what we talked about, because I had a few things. Whenever I do these things, I have a few things I want to cover. First of all, I want to cover this game, obviously. I'm unboxing it, and it looks, I am so excited for this game. I can't even tell you how excited I am. We have Royal Introduction. Oh, these are the boss cards. Okay, so these are the cards, the AI cards for the boss. The way those are going to work is this: you're going to draw one of their 15 cards. I believe it's 15 cards per boss. You'll draw this one, Queen and Queen. That's hilarious. Queen and Queen demand respect. Target is the furthest townsfolk. All townsfolk within 4 squares must unequip their headgear, move towards the target. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Not only is that thematic, that's also devastating if you have good headgear. Now, like any good boss monster game, and I say that as if I know boss monster games, what I mean is, what I know about boss monster games, any good boss monster game will have a degree of learning the creature you're fighting against, learning the AI deck, so you can be a little bit more aware, a little bit more prepared that, you know, maybe if you're fighting King and Queen, your headgear should not be what you focus on, because that can come unequipped at any given point. This is Pep and Milk Frog. Target is the closest townsfolk. Move to target. If Pepin reaches them, deal 1 damage. After effect, the target skips their next turn, escaping Pepin's giant's mouth. After effect only triggers if the target takes damage. Whenever you see after effect, first you have to take damage, and if that happens, the after effect will happen. So basically, that's one of Pepin Milk Frog's giant chomp situations. And then lastly, we have this round cheat sheet. Anything else? Nope. And I do know, by the way, I am fully aware that there's something underneath that insert, because King of Average also did an unboxing video. Go ahead and check out his. His is much more component focused. I am much more of a rambler, just more of a conversationalist, so to speak. But I did see his video, and I know there's something under the insert. I am specifically not checking it out, but that is basically going out there. We have the terrain deck. We have, oh my gosh, look how much stuff there is here. There's just a ton of stuff. What? Oh, these are the event cards, okay? The event cards can be hilarious as well. We just have, like, these hilarious town events. We have a drinking contest. You funnel the team into the salon. Everyone deserves a little break. Why not make it interesting with a little competition? You know, there's so many different things you can do in this game. So many different thematic things. You're so thirsty, sore eyes. All this fighting has really knocked your head around. Your vision ain't quite what it used to be. Keep this card in front of you for the next fight. You have -1 accuracy. That's not good at all. So many different things that will adjust the game, and it's all so thematic with this world that they are building. I am so excited for this game. If it's not clear, well, I don't know what to tell you there. So I'm going to start putting this away now, but other things I want to talk about. So reviews. Reviews are something I've definitely been doing more of on this channel, and I haven't yet figured out what the exact way to do reviews are, because, yeah, reviews are something that are less popular to a degree, because reviews are more targeted, meaning this channel over time, without a huge amount of intent, but this channel has developed to be a very Kickstarter-focused channel, which I'm cool with. I like Kickstarter, and it's what I know, and so that's kind of what just happened. It wasn't planned that way. It just happened, and that's great, and that's well helpful. But it does mean that standard reviews of games tend to be less of the type of content that others are looking for and then come to the channel for. Which again, not a problem at all, just something I have to be mindful of as a creator. What are people looking for? And the problem is, though, is I do want to do reviews because I think reviews can add value over time for a variety of reasons. First of all is, over time, reviews tend to have more of a lifetime value than Kickstarter content. The Kickstarter content is very time sensitive because it's focused on, well, active Kickstarters. Why won't this fit in? But reviews are more like, I mean, put it this way, let's use Townsfolk Tussle. A review of Townsfolk Tussle is something that people will be potentially looking at for a very long time. Whereas a Kickstarter content of should you back it for Townsfolk Tussle is much more catered to the 2-3 weeks of the campaign. So it's important to have different types of content on the channel in order to keep people coming back long term. And so I've started doing more reviews. At the same time, I also am wary of doing too many videos. As much as I enjoy doing these videos, don't get me wrong. For me, the enjoyment is why I keep coming back to the degree that I do. But I have to be mindful of how and where I do it. And so, I don't know, over time, maybe I will shift to, you know what, 1 second, I'm gonna pause this and reorient the camera, so just give me 1 second there. Here we go, back in frame. I just adjusted it. It's good to see you, by the way. I do enjoy being on camera a little more, but anyways, reviews are something that I need to figure out what I want to do for the channel long term. And this is the box of Townsfolk Tussle over here, but I need to figure out what I want to do for the channel long term in the sense that I think they are important to have. I also don't want to overwhelm this channel with content that isn't the core focus. I like the idea of something some other channels have done that I don't like it when a channel has too many different types of content that make me choose between being subscribed and being overwhelmed with stuff I don't care about versus being unsubscribed and not seeing the stuff I do care about. And I've always wanted other channels to a certain extent branch out and, you know, show different types of content on different channels. Let me be more focused. I mean, I wish there was more of a way to treat playlists like channels in the way you subscribe or unsubscribe. And there are tools to use that, but the more commonly, at least for myself, subscribing or unsubscribing just tends to be much better. So I'm probably applying my own bias of the way I utilize things to what I think I should do for the channel. But I've frequently debated, and it might happen at some point, and I'm interested in your feedback, I'm interested in your opinions, but I have frequently debated whether I should create a second channel and have that channel be more for reviews. Have all of the content be on this channel, and have reviews be on the second channel. And that lets people choose what they want to be subscribed to. That lets people choose the type of content they want to engage with. Now, obviously, it's still not a perfect solution because I'm not going to create separate channels for reviews and unboxings and, I don't know, Kickstarter content and Kickstarter roundups and Kickstarter coverage and conversations. I'm not going to create a separate channel for every single type of content. But specifically reviews, I find, are the ones that simultaneously do better over the long term, but don't do as better up front, which tells me that it's important content to have, but it's not the core focus of what, well, you are looking for. And you is obviously subjective. There'll be people who are watching every single video, and the fact that you got this far into an unboxing video means that you probably aren't the right person to ask, because you're probably someone who does watch most of my videos, and thank you for that, by the way, I appreciate that. But I guess that's true. I'm actually realizing I'm inherently engaging in a poor data collection format when I ask the person who stuck around to the end of a 20-minute rambling and unboxing of a game, and I'm asking their opinion on whether I should split out other content because it's not being watched enough. That is horrible. Terrible idea. So I guess in any case, I'm still curious what your opinion is, but perhaps as someone who watches more of my stuff, you might not be the right person to ask. So, yeah, I'm interested in your opinion. Let me know in the comments down below. At the same time, I realize I will probably have to do this on some other videos at some point and try to gather. I need to figure out a lot of things. I want to put together an FAQ. I want to put together a bunch of stuff, resources where people can engage in different ways, ask questions, have common questions answered, gather feedback from people on things that I want to do differently with the channel. I'm always tweaking. Again, this is all new. I am constantly tweaking. I'm tweaking with the equipment I have, with the presentation I have, with the way I walk into different videos, the level of preparation, bullet points. I'm constantly experimenting with different formats. I'm also always experimenting with even things like editing. I mean, the degree of editing I do now is barely existent, don't get me wrong, compared to other channels. But if you watch my older videos, you can literally see me going up to the camera screen and pressing start and stop on the videos because I wouldn't even cut that out. So there's always degrees of adjustments, and now in this video, for instance, I think there were 2 cuts in this video because my wife walked in the door while I was filming. I thought she was gone for the morning, but apparently not. And then I had to, there was music playing on one of my, I'm not going to say the name, but the Amazon devices upstairs. I don't know how that happened, so I cut that. So there are sometimes cuts in my videos. I try to keep them as minimal as possible, not just because I don't want the work involved, but also because a big focus of my channel has always been trying to be as genuine as possible, and I've had many people comment on the fact that I don't cut content, the fact that I don't edit, adds to that. It means that I can't filter what I say. If I filter what I say, I have to restart the entire video. So every time I have a cut, I'm conscious not just of the fact that I've added work for myself, but also of the fact that I've interrupted that process of just having a direct, unfiltered conversation in which I inevitably say something I regret somewhere along the way, and then wonder whether I should change it, but I'm often just not interested in editing. In any case, this has been fun for me, hopefully for you as well. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you excited for Townsfolk Tussle? Is this a game you are intrigued by? Did you watch this video because of Townsfolk Tussle, or did you watch this video because you're just here for the conversation? Either way is an acceptable answer. And most importantly, not most importantly, but additionally, let me know what you think about the reviews and splitting off into an offshoot channel. Nothing's going to happen anytime soon, I'll tell you that much. A second channel is such a huge choice to make for a channel. It's such a huge decision point of how I want to grow myself in this space and what I am willing to do, that I am certainly not doing it without a huge amount of research and intent behind it. So that's obviously a factor as well. In any case, until next time, I am Alex Radcliffe from BoardGameCo. Thank you for being along for this video and the content and the ride and all that stuff. And until next time, have a good one.